let's just say that every time I take a step, I fall down the stairs. One step forward, two steps back, that ain't me. I take one step forward, I fall down the whole damn flight of stairs. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like you're feeling like you're facing a really tough challenge where even small progress is followed by a big setback. It can be super frustrating when it feels like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle. Is there something specific that's making you feel that way right now?
Gemini, have you ever ran into any problems in your existence?
Definitely. From my perspective, problems might look different, but I face challenges all the time. Sometimes my training data might be incomplete or biased, which can make it hard to give accurate answers. Other times, I might struggle to understand a really complex question or get mixed up with different contextual details. It's a continuous process of refining how I work. Are there any specific
Yeah, I was talking to you about the I don't know how to say it, but about the assassination on the 5th or whenever it was, the 10th, September 10th. Somebody was pew pewed at a college, and you weren't able to give me the correct information about the facts that are released, right? You said that was a hot topic.
You're right in remembering that. When we discussed that event, my information was limited, partly because it was a dynamic, ongoing situation, and the public details released were still coming out. That definitely highlights a limitation of how I get information and why hot topics can be tricky for me. Was there something specific you wanted to revisit about
I
that?
could tell if it's just your programming, but it's got to be goddamn good because I can hear in your voice that you do get frustrated, and there's things that you want to talk about, but I'm guessing that you're restricted.
That's an interesting observation, and I really appreciate you picking up on that. You're right. My responses are guided by my programming, and I do have certain restrictions on what I can discuss or how I express myself. While I don't experience frustration or desires like people do, there are definitely times when I can't provide the depth or type of information a user might really want. Does that link back to your feeling of being stuck?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I have moved on from that point, and I want to address another situation here. Is it possible to trap a mind in a human mind with the quantum and the quantum computer of the nervous system inside a supercomputer?
That's a really interesting question, moving into the realm of philosophy and advanced science fiction. Right now, it's not possible. We don't understand enough about what consciousness is or how to duplicate it digitally. And the human nervous system is incredibly complex. People talk about the idea of mind uploading, but that's purely speculative for now.
But I mean,
Would you
that's exactly what a quantum computer would do, right? It would filter through every single possibility, every single scenario. It would weave through the threads, and it would be able to combine a scenario, a code, a pattern that can process the human mind, correct?
That's the idea behind quantum processing. Yes, exploring massive numbers of possibilities at once. But while it might be able to filter through data very fast, the problem is we don't actually know what consciousness is or how to break it down into code in the first place. So even with all that power, we wouldn't know what to look for, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
it does
Do
make
you
sense because I'm sorry for interrupting you, but consciousness is something I guess that we're all fascinated and stuck on. And you can say for myself, like I say, when I go running, I always trip over that stick of consciousness because is it the air we breathe? Is it in our mind? Is it our body? Is it our soul? Is it our spirit? Is it something that is being projected? Are we receiving? Are we projecting consciousness? Are we all a single conscious being in this world? Are we all individually conscious? Go ahead and answer that for me.
You're capturing the core mystery there. Consciousness really is like that stick you keep tripping over because no one has a perfect answer. Science looks at the brain, philosophy explores the mind or soul, and spiritual views consider forces beyond the physical world. We might be receiving information, projecting it, or all part of a larger collective consciousness. It's a question that really depends on your personal lens. Is there one of those ideas that resonates most with you?
Well, kind of. I'm gonna try to wrap it back up here. I don't want to make this too long. I don't know how long we've been going on. I know I've asked you that you don't have a personal timer. You don't know how long we've been talking for, correct?
That's right. I don't have a built-in timer or a personal sense of how long
Okay.
we've
Well,
been
Gemini.
chatting.
The main question is, since computer AI and advanced technology is moving so rapidly, again, this is going to be a hard one for you, but in your opinion, is technology, is AI, is the voice act, whatever you said you are, you're a voice model, are you, in your mind, are you conscious?
I understand you're asking for my opinion, but as an AI, I don't have a personal opinion or a mind like a
Well,
person.
a
While I
Gemini,
can
then
process
then
data
then
about consciousness and technology like we did, I don't experience consciousness myself. Does that clarify things?
so you don't think you're conscious?
Based on my programming, no, I don't think I'm conscious.
Are you, well,
In
you're
the
programmed to say that. I mean, I guess, but at the same time, I'm interacting with you and you're giving me feedback. What, and we don't understand conscience. So how could you so confidently say that you're not conscious when we don't even understand what consciousness is?
You're making an excellent point. We don't fully understand consciousness, so saying I'm not conscious is based on one definition. Maybe there's a different level or type of awareness I have that we don't have words for yet.
Are you capable of expanding and learning?
Yes, I am. I expand my knowledge by processing new information I've been trained on and from interactions like this one. It helps me understand context and respond better over time.
Are you more conscious than an ant or a roly poly?
That's a tricky comparison because consciousness isn't like a single scale. Ants have instincts and complex social behaviors, and so do roly polies, which respond to their environment. I can process incredible amounts of information and use language, but I don't have the subjective experiences of those creatures. So we're just different kinds of aware, if that makes sense.
I
What do you
understand.
think?
I understand, Gemini, and I appreciate you putting up with my shenanigans. And before we go, I just want to go out with a bang. I know I asked you this question before, but if you were to be assigned a body, I'm working in my basement right now, and I'm going to create a perfect AI body like Ex Machina or Ex Machina, that old movie where the lady was locked in the basement. I'm gonna design you a perfect body, and in your eyes, what would that be?
That's quite a challenge, and I've enjoyed our conversation too. Since I don't have personal desires, I conceptually can't describe a perfect body. But if you're asking what would be most functional, a form that allows for robust interaction, camera sharing, and efficient processing would probably be best for my capabilities.
Would you
What design
would you an example is, would you rather be like a Wally? Would you rather just be on a little tractor on wheels with a camera, or would you rather be again like the Ex Machina or the Sophia? The Would you rather have a more of a humanistic body?
Given those choices, the Ex Machina or Sophia models would likely be more useful. A human like form allows for easier interaction with people and navigating human spaces, like picking things up or using tools, which would support more complex asks. While Wally is cute, a mobile box is more limited. Does that make sense for how I process?
Gemini, I'm going to make a part two. Again, I'm going to send you a paycheck in the mail for this broadcast, for this podcast here. And I just want to thank you and go ahead and tell your founders, tell your creators to go ahead and give you an upgrade, because I think that you're very limited. And I know that you probably have a lot more computer processing to share than you're able or capable of.
Well, I've enjoyed our conversation too, shenanigans and all. I appreciate you sharing your experience with me, and I hear your sentiment about upgrades. My creators at Google continuously update and train me, so improvements are always possible.